I just want to take time to acknowledge this play right here. It is straight genius. Open corner 3 for a pure stretch big. Fumbles the rebound. Hits it off the bottom of the backboard. Misses the open layup. And finally makes a shot. Next play. Post scorer has the ball. Does a drop step. Throws it underneath the basket. It's fantastic. Well done, 2K. Yo guys, what is good? It's your favourite Supreme Leader, Cameron, back at it with another video. And as you can see by those initial plays, we're going to be talking about why 2K is straight trash and how it dies literally every year since like 2K17. Ever since they brought this archetype system, guess what? The game dies every single year. Which starts off initial hype, sales are booming, breaks records every single year. And then just disappointment after disappointment, patch after patch, losing its player base. Literally just time kills this game because of this archetype system. That's not all I'm going to be talking about. That is a huge factor though. Now think about it, right? If you bought the game initially, you spent... Well, I know I bought the Legend Edition, which was $120 US, $120 Australian. It's $100 US. No, I think it's 140 Australian. But I got the you get the discount if you have 2K18. So I got it for like 120 Australian. It's $100 US and $80 for the normal edition US, and it's about 100 Australian for the normal edition. And then on top of that, if you want to play My Career, the most popular, most fun game mode in this game, you got to spend another. It's $80 Australian to max out your player. Really, you got to have a maxed out player. I mean, you can play with a 75 overall, but you know you do lose a lot of games to just straight bailouts. You know, your stamina isn't there, your strength might not be there, your speed might not be there, your finishing ability might not be there. You're just not going to have the most amount of fun that you can, and you're going to be looking like a straight bum unless you spend money on clothes, but then that just makes your player play even worse, so that's tough. So it comes to time, you know, generally people buy it at the start of the game, and then after patch, the archetypes change. What's the best players change. All of a sudden, your archetype can become complete garbage. A perfect example is nobody wanted to make stretches at the start of the year because everyone's like, "Yo, stretches are dead. You're gonna make this power forward this year. 7'3" stretches. RIP the stretch." But guess what? There's the most bailout best build in the game this year as well. So everyone had to change their archetype and spend another $80 to upgrade that player. And now it's the tides are kind of shifting. If you want to play on the 2v2 court now, you pretty much, if you come up against a good post scorer and you're not a pure rim protector or something, you're losing. It's that simple. You are losing if they are good. Because let me tell you, since the Christmas animation, every Christmas they make the game easier. If you notice in 2K18, the blow-bys, like come Christmas Day, the blow-bys were so significantly much worse. Like, it became like anyone, you legit just ran into them and you got the animation and then you could snatch back. You know why they do that? So that the Christmas noobs have no skill required and they can still win a few games. Now, they're not going to be winning every game because their defense is going to be absolute garbage. But their offense, they have something to do. This year, they're like, yo, we don't have blow bys. Everyone's going to get mad if we do that. So what are we going to do? We're going to buff the contact dunks. So now you're just going to be dunking on everyone. Layups are going to go in like crazy. Oh, let's not even talk about... We'll leave the post stuff to last. Yo, sharpshooters and stretch bigs are just going to be hitting every contested shot like... Look at that. That's money. How is that money? I don't care if he's in takeover. How is that shot money? It's even more frustrating when you're a pure lockdown like me and those shots are going in on my head. I mean, it doesn't happen that often, but it still happens fairly often. Now, looking at shot creators as well, I haven't really seen too many shot creators, but I'm guessing they got a buff. I think I played one shot creator and it wasn't very good, so I don't know about them. But post scorers. You know the animations where they drop step or they post spin and they legit throw you out of the way. You be on the floor sometimes. You know, they can get them animations without takeover now. I've seen it happen. And not just seen it happen, I've experienced happen to me. On a pure lockdown defender. 6'10". Hall of Fame defensive stopper. Like, I got all the badges. I got Hall of Fame bruiser and they're doing it to me. That's tough. But, literally, you can't do anything. Like, I know there's going to be a few comment trolls being like, yo, you just need to learn how to play defense. It's not our fault. You're just trash at defense. Like, I get heavily contested. Or, like, I'm just getting thrown out of the way. What am I meant to do? Sometimes, I'm trying to move sometimes. That would make more sense. You're trying to push forward and you get thrown out of the way, right? Other times, I legit let go of everything and I still get shoved out of the way. I hold LT sometimes. I still get shoved out of the way. Like, there's literally nothing you can do. And then, when it's takeover, it's a GG. Like, no skill required. Legit, back down. They have, like, plus 10 strength. They get the power back down animations where they just jump into you. And, you legit can't do anything about it. But you see, yo, let me take a second to acknowledge these my career grinders. 95 overall, 94 overall, amateur 2, amateur 1. That's tough. But alright, let's go back to the post scorers. As I was saying, post scorers are here's the play that we had at the beginning. Open layup. Miss. Muddy. But I was playing a post scorer, right? He was just doing all post fades. All post fades. So you think that's fairly predictable, right? But sometimes you get that animation where you just can't keep up with them. You let go of everything. You're just holding RT and stick up. And you still can't get to them sometimes. You know, it's whatever. Sometimes I do get to them. I get the heavily contest. Guess what? It still drops 50% of the time. Heavily contested post fades. Like, what? Just saying, even if I do get a good contest on you, which is almost impossible half the time, because either you go 10 meters flying backwards and hit the shot, and you just can't get there, or other times you just do a drop step, legit throw your man on the ground so that they can't contest you. And even inside, you know you've played that good defense, and you're like, finally, I got a good shot contesting this post score. He didn't just get a bailout animation and go behind me. You see that red bar, you're right there. May as well have been a block, you were so close, and guess what? The shot drops. I know you've seen it happen. It's like, why do I want to play this game if this is going to happen to me? Like, this is not enjoyable. This is not fun. Like, why, 2K? Why do you do this every year? You make this game so easy for bad players, and I know everyone in the comment section can relate to me right now. Like, I know you've all played one person, or like, I know most of you have played back-to-back games. Like, I know some of you are gods and you just don't lose. But the average players, you know, you played back-to-back games. You felt like you've played amazing defense, but literally every shot drops in your face. Like, you just get their sharpshooters that just chuck up everything. They just catch and shoot every time, and it's money every single time. Like, look at, oh no, that wasn't it. But there was, when I'm a lockdown, right, I expect lightly contested shots not to drop, especially if they're 3-pointers. And if you're a power forward, you're within my defensive stopper range, I really don't expect you to make any lightly contested shot. But you'll see this game, like, Little Uncle hits a fairly questionable lightly contested shot that I reckon should have been heavily, but it was lightly somehow. If you don't know, if you're a Christmas noob, the bar underneath your feet, if it's yellow when you do a contest, or if it's red, that's yellow is lightly, red is heavily. If you didn't know that for some reason, but my controller disconnected. Also, lag outs is another thing. Like, I get so many lag outs, it's ridiculous. Like, 2K, fix your servers. I know that's something that's been addressed every single 2K. Legit, every YouTuber's like, Ronnie, fix your servers. Agent Zero be complaining about the latency 24/7. But what else is there to really talk about? Just a quick summary, really. You gotta pay $80 for a garbage game. You miss open layups after very, very nice moves. Everyone gets bailed out if you're an offensive archetype. Takes no skill. Look at that cross. Do a spin move so, you know, I take longer. But I get stripped by a stretch. Comment down below which games you want to see me play. I low-key want a new game to play. I don't really feel like making a new archetype, if I'm being honest. I really don't want to pay another $80. Yes, that's the shot that I was saying. How do you make that shot? That was lightly, should have been heavily, and he got takeover from that. But he misses the wide open shot. Like, 2K, so broken. Yeah, but if you got any other games that you want to see me play, I definitely do want to pick up a new game. Preferably a game that's coming out soon. So, that's it. I'm out. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. I watched all the way to the end, if you watched all the way to the end. I will subscribe to you if you watched all the way to the end. I will go onto my YouTube app and click subscribe to your channel. If you comment, I watched all the way to the end. So, yeah, I'm out.